Hello everybody, I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chasetheheat. Friends and family, thank you for joining me. Here we are together again. You hear that? Like clockwork. Man, this is going to be crazy. There's Alice and there's the mail dude. Of course, the mail dude's leaving. It's kind of odd. At any rate, good. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We're in this for a reason. David Foy is my good friend. He is the creator of the Deathnut Challenge. Some of you guys have seen it. It's no joke. It's a real challenge, you know. It's pretty stout. He and I have been talking, and we're doing a collaboration. We're coming up with the Johnny Scoville Deathnut edition, limited edition. It's not going to be a regular thing. It's going to be a one-time thing only. So, gonna be straight with you. I'm telling them that my goal is that the fifth peanut, I'd like that fifth peanut to reach an 8 on my scale. Which would, or is that the mail guy? 2 mail guys again in the neighborhood. Here he is again. Here's my dude. Are we back to the normal guy? Yes. If I can get him today. This, and so thank you, David. Oh, quick housekeeping. A couple quick housekeeping things. A bunch of you guys have given tips. I have in the bottom of every description box on my videos. I have a tip jar. Let's call it my tip jar. A bunch of people have given tips. I just want you to know I appreciate it. I don't want to call you out by name and embarrass you, but thank you so much. It means the world to me, honestly. Also, I got a really good friend of mine in a spot where this person is between jobs and really needs to acquire one like pronto. So she asked me if I could, if you guys could give her some positive feelings and thoughts and prayers, more importantly. Appreciate that a lot. All right, so this is the Deathnut that I got from David Foy. The first, he sent me the first one. Hello, Larry. He sent me the first one, and it was the first one. I'll be honest, it had extract in it. Or on them, I should say, and it just had that extract flavor. And extract to me is like, it's just foul. I don't like the taste of extract, and I could taste it in these peanuts. So I said to David, we got to do something about that. So this is the old previous Deathnut. In other words, the number 5 nut in the 5 nut series. This is number 5, and then as soon as we're done, I've got the new version. I have it taped here because I don't want you reading it, what's underneath it. But this is the new version. He sent me a bag of the older ones for comparison. So thank you guys for watching. It means the world to me. You guys know that. Johnny Scoville, this is Chasetheheat. You know, the heat's there on this one, but what you're getting is the extract flavor. The only way I get through extract flavor, is knowing that the burn is coming. You know, and the endorphin rush is coming. So that, I mean, if he didn't change it, it wouldn't kill anybody. You know, it's still pretty good, but I don't like that, the extract flavor, and David's very, very cool, so we're going to fix it. So now, folks, I give you the new and improved Deathnut. Get a whiff of that, guys. Hang on, YouTube, it's coming. Get your smell-o-vision. Get a whiff of that. Really? Essentially the same looking nut, similar. Actually, they're a little lighter than the previous version. I kind of know why, I can't tell you. But this is the new improved version of David Foy, Blazing Foods. Johnny Scoville, this is Chasetheheat. Here's what's great about that. So much better tasting. You're tasting a peanut. And some heat. It's noticeably hotter than this nut here is noticeably hotter than this nut here. And this was the former hottest nut in the challenge. Eat one more. The flavor is so much better. I'm telling you guys, in a challenge, when you got a challenge that's foul, like drinking a bottle of extract, no bueno. We got a challenge like this with the nuts. The peanuts taste so good. They just have it like a ridiculous heat. All right. It's definitely hotter. The funny thing is, it's so noticeably hotter. It's not a case of, oh, it's just building on the previous nut. Significantly hotter, like right off the bat. I'm not going to drink anything because that would be cowardice of me. That's the heat scale for me. Just being straight with you, David, just being honest, the heat on this to me is probably like a 4. So we got to get them twice as hot before we can release it, because it's got the last nut has got to be like an 8. So we're gonna. The last thing he texted me, it was right before I went live. I was texting back and forth with David. So I already had one nut. So I told him what I thought of the nut. So much better tasting. Man, oh man. I'll have one more. Just because it tastes so much better. Night and day difference with the flavor. Sure is hotter though. Not quite there yet, you guys. I want to get it to an 8. You know, we get it to an 8 for the last one. That's a challenge. I don't want a challenge that anybody can just sit down and knock off. Just kind of nail it out of the park. You know what I mean? I don't want a challenge that nobody can do. Look, I'm not the most incredible chili head. Trust me, and you guys have to believe this. There are men and women, boys and girls, and kids of all ages probably that can do what I do. They just don't necessarily have a YouTube channel. I can rattle off the names of 5 people right now that can do what I do. So I'm not that unusual, but I wanted to make it a challenge. It's got to be, that last nut has to get to 8. So we're pretty close. But when we were texting back and forth before I went live, I told him what I thought of it. And he goes, well, time to go back into the kitchen. So I love his attitude. I work well with David. He's a good guy. I like David. He's a solid dude. So the heat hasn't really climbed any more than that. It's probably just at a 4. I don't think it got to a 5. No. It's hot though. It's an improvement over the last one. So we're moving a significant improvement on flavor, like ridiculous. And it's a big improvement on the heat as well, but just not quite where we need it to be. But I assure you we'll get there. All right? So, you guys, he's going to send me another nut or a couple more. Next time I would imagine he'll send me a bag of these to use as a comparison to the next hottest one he's got. And we'll get there. We'll get it right. And when we do, you guys will like it. It's going to be hot. The taste is fantastic, though. The taste is nothing but the nut. A little bit of pepper flavor, but so much better. It had, let me just share with you these nuts here. The previous version. Well, here, you guys have smell-o-vision. You can probably almost smell the extract in the bag. Yeah, you can probably put your smell-o-vision on, you guys. You can smell that, the extract in the bag. I'm not knocking David. David's a great guy. He's like, hey, we need to make a hotter nut. So he went with what he thought he could make it hotter, and it kind of the flavor went in the other direction. But he's back on track. So the flavor is fantastic. The heat is good. Tasty, tasty. All right, so stay tuned. You're going to see more information about this coming up. I promise you. And as soon as we're ready to go, I'll give you information on price and how to go about getting them. And it's going to be cool. It's going to have the same box as last time. It's going to have an insert that says Johnny Scoville, limited edition version. So listen, what we're going to do is this. We're going to wrap it up. The heat's kind of mellowed out in my mouth now. It's probably only about a 3, maybe even a 2 now, so it's decreasing. We got to get it up there, but we will. I'm going to put a link in the description box below for Blazing Foods. The original Deathnut is no walk in the park. A lot of people have tapped out. Boy, my mail guy's coming, you guys. There he is. Should I go get him? Anyway, listen. Go to the description box, click the link. Right here, you'll see the pepper. Click that pepper when you do your part of this thing. And I'm part of your thing. You're part of the Scoville squad. If you don't want to miss a video, you don't have to. Click the link. We'll notify you when we upload new ones. Love you. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chasetheheat.